boys and girls. Welcome back to your next flipped classroom lesson. Today's lesson is how to multiply with 7. We've learned our zeros and ones, our 2s, 4s, 5s, 10s, and even our 3s and 6s. We're almost finished learning all of our multiplication facts. Are you ready for today's lesson of multiplying with 7? Great! First, before we start, do you remember how we talked the other day about the distributive property? Yeah? Good, I'm so glad you remember. We're going to have to use that today when we learn how to multiply using 7 as a factor. All right, let's start with our essential question. What strategies can you use to multiply with 7? Great, I'm glad you asked. We're going to find out. Let's unlock the problem. Here's our problem. Aw, it's a problem about a puppy. Jason's family has a new puppy. Jason takes a turn walking the puppy once a day. Well, I wish he would teach Caleb how to walk the puppy. Anyway, this isn't about me. This is about Jason. How many times will Jason walk the puppy in 4 weeks? So he's going to walk the puppy once a day. And how many times will he walk the puppy in 4 weeks? I think the first question we need to ask ourselves is, how many days are in a week? That's right, 7. And that's also the factor that we are studying today. So he's going to walk the dog 7 days every week, but for 4 weeks. So now we need to find out how many days that will be. We're going to use the commutative property of multiplication. This is just one way that we can solve it. If you know what 7 times 4 is, then you can use that fact to find 4 times 7. You can change the order of the factors and the product is the same. 7 times 4 is what, everybody? 28. So 4 times 7 equals, that's right, 28. So Jason will walk the puppy 28 times in 4 weeks. Good job. Now, we talked about this distributive property. We can show an array with 4 rows of 7. So get your counters out with me. You're going to have at least 28 because we already discovered that 4 times 7 is 28. So I'm going to have you pause this lesson and go get 28 counters for me. Ready, set, go. All right, you're back. Wow, that was super quick. All right, guys, make 4 rows of 7 for me. I'm going to do it right here. You use your counters, whatever you decided. I know the last time we did this, some of you used snacks, yum. Some of you used toys. Now, toys can become tools when we use them correctly. So I don't care what it is that you are using, but go ahead and put those 28 counters into 4 rows of 7. Count carefully. I'm almost finished. Are you doing it with me? Good. If you need to pause, you can pause it and come back to it. All right. Good. Now, we all have our 4 rows of 7. Step 2, we're going to draw a line to break the array into 2 smaller arrays for facts that we know. Well, let me think. I know my 2s and my 5s. Those are easy. So I'm going to draw a line right here so that now I have 2 in each of these rows, and here I have 5 in each of those rows. I know my 2s and 5s like I know the back of my hand. I can do those. I can skip count by 2s. I can skip count by 5s. I've memorized my 2s and my 5s. I'm good to go. This is the way that I need to break apart this problem so that I can solve it. Step 3, we're going to multiply the facts for the smaller arrays, and then we add the products. So look at this first array right here. Okay? What is the multiplication fact that matches that array? Good. I heard you say 4 times 2. We have 4 rows of 2, which equals 8. Great. Now look at the second array right here. What is the multiplication sentence that matches that array? You guys are so smart. 4 times 5, because we have 4 rows of 5, equals 20. We have 20 in that array. All right, now we need to add these two back together. Here we have 8. Oh, look what they did. Somebody made a mistake. Should that say times? No, that should be a plus sign, shouldn't it? Because we are breaking apart this array, and now we're putting these two smaller arrays back together. So it should be 8 plus 20 equals 28. So 4 times 7 equals 28. Good job, guys. All right, here is yet another way that we can solve this problem. Remember, Mrs. Art is all about choices. You can use whatever strategy works for you. Not every strategy is going to work the same for every student. So here we go. We can use a fact that we know. The problem is 4 times 7. Start with a fact that you know. Well, we know our 2. So 2 times 7 equals, that's right, 14. Because I know my double. 7 doubled is 14. So 2 times 7 is 14. Now I can add a group of 7 to make 3 times 7. So I have 2 times 7, which we already said is 14, plus 7 more equals 21. Good. And it's the same as 3 rows of 7. One more step. We haven't gotten the final product yet. Then add 7 more for 4 times 7. So we have 3 times 7, which we said here is 21. We're going to add 7 more. So 21 plus 7 equals, that's right, 28. So 4 times 7 equals 28. Rock on. Guys, we just learned 3 ways that you can multiply using 7. You can use commutative property and switch the order around. You can use the distributive property and break it into 2 smaller arrays. Or you can do this last strategy, use a fact that you know, and then add on until you get to the correct product. All right, boys and girls, you are done for the day. No, you're not. You're done for this lesson. You are ready to go on and do your blog. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.